Alan Dershowitz has teamed up with a pro-Trump lawyer, a Stop the Steal lawyer, actually, according to the Daily Beast, by the name of Kurt Olson. And they have filed a lawsuit on behalf of several poll challengers in the state of Michigan who alleged at the time that there were some improprieties, and they received cease and desist letters from Dominion Voting Systems. So Dershowitz and Olson have teamed up, filed a lawsuit on behalf of these individuals, claiming that they are the victims of Dominion Voting Systems. Oh, these poor individuals just trying to challenge the 2020 election, basically saying our entire process is screwed up. They didn't even mention Dominion, the lawsuit says. So they're the victims. They shouldn't have gotten these cease and desist letters. Now, here's where things get even nuttier. Because in the filing, Dershowitz and Olson also mention that Mike Lindell, CEO, founder of MyPillow, who is not a plaintiff in the lawsuit, by the way, but they mention that Mike Lindell is also a victim of Dominion Voting Systems. That's neither here nor there. I mean, let's forget the fact that that's not even true, but it's not relevant to the case you filed here. If you really wanted to say that these, half dozen or more poll challengers are actually victims of Dominion, because Dominion sent them cease and desist letters, even though they hadn't mentioned Dominion, according to the suit, why bring up Mike Lindell? Because you know for a fact that Mike Lindell has been out there making these outrageous claims about Dominion Voting Systems. By looping him in, a guy that even though you've cast your lot in with him, but a guy that has been making these false and outrageous claims, to throw him into this lawsuit that actually may have had a little bit of merit to it, you may have just sunk your case. And I am shocked that somebody like Dershowitz, who, believe it or not, at one point was one of the most respected trial lawyers in the country, folks. I've, of course, years and years ago, attended legal conferences where Dershowitz was the featured speaker. People were excited. They wanted to hear what Alan Dershowitz had to say. And now this is what he's become. It's a rather sad story arc here for him. But nevertheless, throwing Mike Lindell in a lawsuit, mentioning his name in a filing of a lawsuit that he's not even a part of, weird legal strategy, not a smart one either. But let's also talk about the actual, case here. You have these individuals who say that Dominion told them cease and desist, stop making all these false claims about the election. And then Dominion did nothing. Did not follow up with it. Did not file lawsuits against these individuals, did not seek sanctions against these individuals, did not try to muzzle them. They just sent them the cease and desist letters, and then Dominion moved on with their lives. And yet these plaintiffs are trying to claim that their lives, they've suffered injuries because of Dominion here. So yeah, that's going to be almost impossible to prove. So again, I understand Kurt Olson doing this. He's, a Stop the Steal lawyer. But Dershowitz, dude, you're just getting kind of pathetic at this point, right? You're treading into Rudy Giuliani territory. And is that really the legacy you want to leave behind? It's bad enough you've already been embroiled in all the Epstein stuff, but now you want to cast your lot in with this crew? Yikes. Not a good legacy to leave behind. And yes, it really does erase every good thing you did prior to these two events, the Epstein stuff and then just the total nutso stuff. But hey, you do you, man. Best of luck with your lawsuit. I have no faith whatsoever that you're going to be successful. This video is sponsored by Munk Pack, who makes snacks that taste like our favorite sugary treats, but with only 1 gram of sugar or less. They have a special offer for our viewers right now, 20% off, using code ROF at checkout. Now, Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars contain only 1 gram of sugar or less, 2 to 3 grams of net carbs, and they're only 150 calories. They're great for anyone following a keto lifestyle, and they're the perfect snack for anyone who's trying to eat better or back off the sugar and carbs without sacrificing taste. For me personally, these things have really been quite the lifesaver. See, I love my sugary snacks, but these Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars have actually helped me to curb that. Eat them throughout the day, keep you going, and feel great without any of the guilt. So Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars have a perfect balance of sweet and salty, a crunch from whole nuts and seeds, but still manage to be soft and chewy. They come in delicious flavors like sea salt dark chocolate, caramel sea salt, and peanut butter dark chocolate. They're perfect for a quick snack to satisfy your sweet tooth without the guilt, and you can enjoy Munk Pack Keto Nut and Seed Bars as a quick breakfast while running errands or after a workout. And in addition to being keto-friendly, the bars are also gluten-free, plant-based, and non-GMO. No soy, no trans fat, no sugar alcohols, and no artificial colors. Try it for yourself and you'll see. And we have a special deal for our viewers. Get 20% off your first purchase of any Munk Pack product by visiting munkpack.com and entering our code ROF at checkout. And Munk Pack is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll exchange the product or refund your money, whichever you prefer. To get started, just go to munkpack.com. That's munkpack.com. Select any product and enter the code ROF at checkout to save 20% off your purchase.